Hello fellow knowledge seekers, welcome back to Top 10 Den, where we explore the intriguing, the fascinating and the downright mind-boggling. Today we're delving into a topic as old as, well, life itself. We're diving into the origins of life on Earth, so strap yourself in, we're setting the Wayback Machine to approximately 3.5 billion years ago. Starting our countdown at number 10, we have the early Earth environment. Earth wasn't always this friendly blue marble, you know. In fact, it was a hot, volatile mess. Think of it as Earth's angsty teenage phase, filled with volcanic eruptions, frequent meteor impacts, and a lack of oxygen. It certainly wasn't winning any most hospitable awards back then. Number 9 is all about the primordial soup. This concept is based on the work of brilliant minds like J.B.S. Haldane and Alexander Oparin. They theorized that the early Earth's oceans were a chemical mix, essentially a hot, nutrient-rich soup that could have created the conditions for life to form. I wouldn't recommend this soup for your next meal, though. It's probably missing a few Michelin stars. Number 8 on our list takes us to the famous Miller-Urey Experiment. In 1952, Stanley Miller and Harold Urey decided to recreate Earth's primitive conditions in a laboratory setup. Their experiment demonstrated that simple organic molecules like amino acids, often referred to as the building blocks of life, could indeed form under those conditions. While they didn't brew a fresh pot of life, they surely stirred the scientific community with their groundbreaking results. Number 7 shines a spotlight on the RNA World Hypothesis. This hypothesis suggests that life began with RNA, which can both carry genetic information and catalyze chemical reactions, before DNA and proteins took over these roles. It's like RNA was pulling a double shift until DNA and proteins came along. Talk about a hard worker. Sliding into number 6, we explore the extraterrestrial theory of Panspermia. The idea suggests that life's genesis might not have taken place on Earth at all. Instead, the building blocks of life, or even primitive life forms themselves, could have journeyed through space on comets or meteorites, eventually crash landing on Earth. It's a fascinating theory that elevates hitchhiking to a cosmic level. Our halfway mark, number 5, dives into the deep sea with the hydrothermal vent theory. These underwater chimneys spewing out mineral-rich water might have been the hotbeds of biochemistry required for life's formation. It's like nature's spa. Only this one could potentially spark life, not just rejuvenate it. Number 4 introduces us to the role of lipids. These naturally forming molecules can spontaneously form cell-like structures. This could have provided a way for the first cells to get their start. You could think of it as life's first housing market. In the third spot, we find the game-changing concept of evolution by natural selection. This process, as proposed by Charles Darwin, explains how life diversified from simple organisms to the rich tapestry of species we see today. It's the ultimate survival of the fittest, the longest-running reality show in existence, and it's still going strong. At number 2, we look at the earliest known life forms, Prokaryotes. These simple, single-celled organisms first appeared around 3.5 billion years ago. They are unicellular organisms that lack a defined nucleus. This group of organisms can be divided into 2 domains, bacteria and archaea, which are incredibly diverse, inhabiting nearly every environment on Earth. They're in the air, the soil, in water, and even in our bodies, forming an essential part of our gut microbiota. They were life's pioneers, setting up camp before any other life forms moved into the neighborhood. And finally, at number 1, we have LUCA, the last universal common ancestor. This theoretical organism is the most recent organism from which all organisms now living on Earth descended. It's like the ultimate family reunion, and you thought your family gatherings were big. And there you have it. The top 10 theories, experiments and discoveries about the origins of life on Earth. It's a mind-bending journey that takes us billions of years back and yet helps us understand our present and possibly even our future. If you've enjoyed this trip down the eons, don't forget to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments section. Did your favorite theory make the list? Do you have your own hypothesis? We'd love to hear about it. And remember, if you haven't already, do subscribe to Top 10 Den for more knowledge-packed Top 10 lists. Until next time, stay curious, stay hungry, and keep exploring.